Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to quickly teach us how to draft the basic sleeve. So I'll go ahead and mark out my guideline, which is 1 inch. The middle of my pattern paper, I'll share it into 2. Then for us to get our cap, the cap of our sleeve, you divide your round arm by 3 inches. My round arm, the round arm I'm working with is 18. The round arm is different from your bicep. You should note that. So your bicep is your fuller part of your arm. Then the round arm is in place where you sew around to the armpits of your dress. So the round arm I'm working with is 18 inches. 18 inches divided by 3. Then you minus 1. Whatever the result is, that's what would be my cap sleeve. I'm going to divide. So 18 inches divided by 3 gives me 6 minus 1 is 5. So I'm going to mark out 5 across my pattern paper. And meanwhile, before you start drafting, you calculate for your pattern. You calculate to make sure you get the pattern that will be enough for the round arm you are working with, so that you won't use a lesser paper. This one, because the arm is not much, that's why I'm using a lesser paper. So after that, I went ahead and I mark across my results. So this is the cap of which I'm working with. So the round arm, my round bicep measurement I'm working with is 12 inches. So I'm going to add up 2 inches for ease to that 12 will give me 14. So whatever biceps you are working with, you must add 2 inches for ease, so that it won't be tight. When you sew the dress, it won't be tight on the arm area, so that you'll be able to raise your hand up and down. So I added 2 inches to my 12. It gives me 14. 14 divided by 2, 7. So I'm going to mark out that 7 from this middle part of the sleeve. I hope you can see this middle part of my pattern. I just hope it's showing. So from that middle part, I will mark out 7 here, 7 there, to give me 14. This is the other 7. So note, this is the back of the sleeve, this is the front. So I marked from the middle part 7 here, from this same middle part 7 here. So the next thing we're going to do is to pivot biceps, the 14 I got, like this. So it's giving me, so you pivot from this middle part of the sleeve, is it 14? So you mark it like this. Then this other side, the same thing for the back. You pivot to get your biceps that you got, that you calculated for 14. The next thing we're going to do, I'm going to divide this part into 2. Divide into 2 is 2 here, so which is 1 inch is the middle. Then this other side, same 2. So mark the middle, which is 1 inch too. Hope you can see. So the next thing I'm going to do is to rule out with your straight rule the middle from the guidelines, the middle part of the sleeve. Hope you can see. So the center of the pivot where we pivoted to. So roll it out to get to the middle part of our pivot. The same thing I'll do at the back. I just hope you are not confused. Please don't be confused, guys. It's very easy. Then you mark out like so. So we have gotten our arc. So guys, the next step we are going to divide this armhole line. You measure it to know how to get the amount that you have. So I'm going to divide. You are going to divide this armhole line by 4. So mine is 7.7. 7.7 divided by 4 gives me 1.9. 1.9. So we are going to mark 1.9 all across like so. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You get, so that is how it is. So I divided this armhole line by 4. It gives me 1.9. The 1.9 you will mark like from the middle part of this arc, the middle part of the arc of the sleeve. You mark 1.91, 1.92, 1.93. So we've gotten our 4 layers. The same thing you do at the back. You mark the same 1.9. Whatever measurement you get, what you get to the back, what you mark to the front, what you mark to the back too. So the same thing, 1.9, 1.9, 1.9. So go ahead and calculate and to start raising our arm. So for the back, you will raise this first part by 5/8, which is 0.6. This is our first line we marked. You will raise it by 5/8. This is where calculating your tape properly comes in. You have to know how to calculate your tape. 0.6 is between your here, from here to here is 0.5. So from here to here is 0.6. Hope with the kind of tape I'm using you understand. So I'm going to raise this up by 0.6. So this second middle line, I'm going to raise it up by 1/4, which is 0.125. From this 1 inch, I counted 1, 2. That is 0.125. So I'm going to mark it here. Hope you can see it, guys. You see, I hope you are seeing where I put my tape, my pencil between here and here and here. So the last point, we are going to bring it down by 0.3. 0.3 is the same process I counted for that 0.125. So I'm going to I counted 2 lines. For 0.3 you are going to count 3 lines instead of 2. So I'm going to bring it down like so. This is downward. It's not, I didn't go up, down. This one went up. This one I bring it down. Then that is for the back. Then for the front, we are going to raise this first line by 0.7. This is your full 1 inch. From here to here is your 0.5. From here to the middle part of this other half, here is your 0.7. So we are going to raise the front with that amount. As you can see, from this I'm going up with 0.7. This for this first line for the front. For the middle part, we are going to raise it up by 3/16. 3/16 is 0.18. 0.18 is, you just count 1, like I said. From the way I calculated from the back. You count 1. Let me put it here so that you won't get confused. Let me do it like this. So I'm going to mark just 1. Hope you can see. Then this last point, we are going to bring it down by 0.5. You should know that the front and the back are not the same. I'm going to bring it down. See, I'm putting my tape here down, not up or down, by 0.5, ½ inch. So I'm going to, that is how you mark it. It should be at the same level of these your lines. You get. So the next thing we're going to do is to connect. You connect with your variform. But if you don't have variform, if you have ruler that is called multipurpose, I think you should be able to manage that one. But I'm going to work with this my variform. And when connecting, you just have to be careful and be sure that ruler captures every point that you have marked out. So from this middle part, I'm going to place my ruler, let's say ½ inch from the middle part, like so. Hope you can see it. From here to here, ½ inch. So from there I'm going to place my ruler. You can do it bit by bit. This side is very important. So ½ inch, look at where I'm putting my tape, my pencil. From here, the middle part to here, ½ inch. You see, you mark it, the first line. Then here, you can turn your ruler like so. You can see. Then here, you connect. You have to do it bit by bit so that you get the whole connection. Connect like so. You can go ahead and level this place up. So it's connecting now to this our initial round arm. Hope it's clear. Then for the back, you do the same thing. You place your variform. I think this ruler will be more better to work with. If you don't have it, you can try and get it. So the same ½ inch, I'm working from here. The same ½ inch from here. From the middle part, like so. ½ inch. Then you make sure you place it properly, gently. First of all, mark these points. Hope it's clear. Yes, I first of all mark from here ½ inch in to this first line. Then I maintain the same fuller part of the ruler to mark the middle parts. As you can see. Then the next thing, you turn your ruler the way I turned it. So this was the first process I did. Then the second one, turn. You have to be doing it bit by bit to get the actual shape. So you can see. Then the next one, the last point, you connect you put your ruler like so to meet here. You can level up here. You see, so next thing, you just will level it up like so. Get it will now get to this our biceps arm. So this is how it will be. So this is the shape of our cap for my measurement. For measurement of 8, for measurement of 18 round arm, 18 inches round arm. Next thing we'll do is to go ahead and mark round your 0.5 inch for sewing allowance. When marking the sewing allowance, you have to make sure you follow your tape like this, bit by bit. Follow the lines. I hope this video, the pictures are clear. If you try and just follow the steps that I just did, it's very easy. So I will still go ahead and mark them bit by bit, front and back. So this is our cap sleeve with the sewing allowance of 0.5 round. So the next thing we are going to do is to get the middle of the sleeve. If it's a short shirt sleeve you are doing, you can get the middle of your sleeve from. You just get the middle of your sleeve depending on the length you are working with. If it's short sleeve, 7 or 8 or 10, you get. So from this middle part, you mark the length of your sleeve. If it's long sleeve, you mark to the whatever length you are working with down. So let's assume I'm working with long sleeve here. Let me work with long sleeve. I'm working with 20, length 20. So I'll mark length 20 like so from the middle part. Then with a hem allowance, let's say 2 inches. Then you mark it across from this cap. After you've gotten your this thing, you can mark your, you can start the measurement from this cap so that you to be straight for you. 15. Mine is from my cap height. Hope you can see from this cap to where I mark 20 is 15. So I'm going to follow all the way to mark 15 to get a straight line. Just do whichever one works for you. So the next thing I'm going to mark, you get your measurement, the wrist of the measurement you are working with. Mine, I'm working with 8. You know it's long sleeve, round. So I'm working with 8. So from the middle point, this middle point down, so I'll mark 4 inch. 4" here, then 4" here. Then you square across. This same method is the same thing if you are working with a short sleeve. Square across, like so. In order for this part, when you fold this hemline, when you fold this side won't be shorter. You measure whatever you get here, 8. That same thing, you put it here. You put the difference here. 6, 8. And here, same thing, 8. Then you mark it like so. So guys, that is it for this sleeve. The next thing you want to do is to put your sewing allowance, 1" sewing allowance all the way. This my ruler is 1", so that's why I'm working with it. Here too. So you bring out the same thing here. Is 0.5. This part here is 0.5. You bring it out. You bring it out here too. Do that for the front. So guys, this is the end of this video for this sleeve. So if you have any question or you think you are confused at any point, you drop it on the comment section. I will clarify it for you. So you just go and connect this part to this sewing allowance. Go ahead and connect the sewing allowance on the armhole. Connect it to your initial measurements, like so. So that is it. So this is for the back, and this for that side is the front. No, the back is different from the front. When you want to sew this sleeve to your dress, you don't mistakenly sew the back arm to the front arm in your dress. No, it has to be back to back, front to front in your dress, because they are different. They are not the same shape. If you really want to get the perfect shape of your sleeve, you have to sew the back to the back, then front to the front. You understand what I mean? And you sew the back sleeve to the back of your dress, then the front side to the front of your dress. Note, you have to note that. So what you do, you can just still cross check to be sure that you measure around, to be sure that the cap of your armhole, it's the same thing that you want to work with. 18. It has to be the same or more. If it's more, it's better a bit. You can just ease in. Mine is 19, 1" different. Yeah, 1" added. It's even better for it, so that it won't be tight. You get it. Mine is 19. So this is how your own should be. It shouldn't be less. If it's less, that means something is wrong somewhere. It has to. And if it's less, it will be tight. It won't be enough for your round arm in your dress. So this one now is the sewing allowance where I'm going to sew out. So guys, that is it for this video. If you have found value on this tutorial, please subscribe to my channel, like and share, and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post new video. Until my next video, catch you guys.